Yo, what's up, everyone, and welcome to the very first Sunday Market Vision brought to you by Noble Summit Strategies. I'm your host, Brother Fortune, and every week we break down the charts, the setups, and the psychology behind the market moves to help you enter the week with clarity and conviction. We cover stocks, ETFs, futures, crypto, and anything else that's hot going into the week. And today, I'm spotlighting ES, the S&P E-mini futures, along with the select crypto names like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Render, and FET. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the charts. I've got the 1 hour pulled up on ES, and starting with the key levels, I've got my main key level 63.35.25. I'm bullish above it, I'm bearish below it. You see my short targets at 63.11 and my second short target at 62.99. As you can see from last week, those were significant pre-market as we broke above and failed to break above last week Tuesday and overnight Thursday. Thursday was a bullish day. We had a very strong trending day, but Friday was incredibly choppy. You just had, barcode. If I go down to the 5 minute chart, you can just see Friday was super, super choppy. As for my bullish consensus, my bullish targets, I've got 63.57, which was the prior pre-market high on Friday. We didn't seem to break above that. So from that drop, we've created a new supply zone starting from the 50s and as high up as my second target. So I would just be wary about taking profits on the way up. Again, this is a supply zone that was recently formed, and this is on the 1 hour chart. I think overall we're still pretty bullish if I go to a higher time frame. Well, the daily's looking pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. We seem to be forming a bull flag. So jumping ahead to the 30-minute chart, we're still in a supply zone that was created from last Friday. What we want to see is, price kind of go into the zone, consolidate, and the more that it gets overextended over time, from as time goes on, it's going to flip bullish, and we could see continuation into the 68s, 70s, and even 80s. So, what I want to see going into it on Monday, I want to see higher lows. So we got this low right here, it's forming a lower high. So that means that, from this lower high to this lower high, we have a downtrend here that needs to be updated. We're going to see how the Asia session goes, and then London at 3 a.m. But in the meantime, this is just an area of observation. And when the New York session opens, we'll see where it opens. We could possibly form a double bottom here and then try to break above this trend. As you can see on the bottom here, around the time, that kind of coincides where this downtrend kind of converges. So around 10 o'clock, I expect a move to happen, possibly to the upside. Possibly we could just keep projecting down and head back to key levels of support. So yeah, and so what I would be looking to enter if I were to enter a trade, if I were to go here. So as you can see on my indicators, I've got the 5 minute chart pulled up, and when you get that bullish signal that we're finally breaking momentum, because as you can see, we had a sell signal last Friday, and every time that rallied into that area, we just seemed to sell off, form lower lows, until, as you can see, this cloud starts to get exhausted. Then you get that buy signal, and every time that you get that buy signal, you want to be looking for a structure to form. And as you can see on the 5 minute, we're getting higher lows. There's a higher low. I would enter right here because the confluence is, okay, the selling's done. It's late in the day. Selling's done. They're tired of doing that. You get a buy signal. You get a higher low, a high, a higher low. You could have even taken this one because you could anticipate that a buy signal was coming if you were just to notice that selling was getting exhausted, enter on this higher low, and then put the enter this trade here, just let the trade play out. It just never breaks below I don't know, this prior low here at 63.23. So for 1 point risk, you could have entered here at 24.75 and risked 1 point to 63.23.25, and you're out if it breaks below this, but it never did. So you would just be riding this trade. Oh, and the more that it holds in this buy zone, the stronger the trend and continuation. And so you could have just held that for a minute, and I have other confluences, whether it's above VWAP or not. If it's below VWAP, then we could potentially enter, like if we were to enter here on this higher low and held until we reach VWAP, because that seems to be a price magnet, whenever it's below it or whenever it's above it, you could long pullbacks off of VWAP. That's another confluence of mine, is when we are above VWAP, I'll just go back to a bullish day in a bullish scenario. So here, you're getting a higher low, and it makes a high, and it holds another higher low at the open, and you could have just taken this straight off, calls off the open. So you get this structure, you see that you're getting higher lows, and pre-market it just blasts off. This would have been my level, and once we got above that, then it was just off to the races. But yeah, Monday, let's see what happens. And yeah. So case in point, just to recap, I am mega bullish over 63.35. As long as we can continue making higher lows, it doesn't seem like that'll be the case unless we break above this in the next few hours, as this is a major local downtrend. So with that being said, I'm mega bullish above 63.35, and this is the kind of structure that fuels explosive moves when traders are aligned with it. So I want you guys to be careful, have fun, and wishing you all the best. And remember guys, this market doesn't reward hesitation, it rewards preparation. And right now, we've got a bullish setup across multiple time frames that's begging for participation. You don't need to trade everything, but you do need to know what's shaping up. So get focused, lock in your levels, and trade with clarity. This has been Sunday Market Vision, and I'll see y'all midweek.